Okay, everyone, just make sure that you cut a piece of your thread. It doesn't have to be that long. We needed to do a chain stitch for the side of the little rug here for the toilet bowl. So we're going to continue to work through here, and then we'll have this chain stitch. So you need it's 24 chain stitch. So I mean, you don't need that much, just cut a bit so we can do 24 chain stitch afterwards here so we can continue our work, okay? Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Welcome newcomers. I hope you like what you see, and if so, be part of this journey with us by hitting that subscription button right below. It's free, and don't forget to hit the bell notification to be notified of my new uploads. Thank you so much to every single one of you for your beautiful comments and your suggestions, your requests, of course. In my description box below, there's a little arrow right below the video. You click on that little arrow, it's pointing down, it opens up, and everything will be inside of there, all the measurements and the sizes, and my Instagram, my Facebook, TikTok if you have. If you need any questions, any help with anything, please just go right through there, and you can message me through the messenger through there, much faster than here, but feel free. There's also my email. You could also write to me through there. Okay, so I want to touch base in a few things. First, you always should look ahead of the video before you create any pieces. Sometimes the change of plans on decoration or a mistake is made. We don't have to take everything down. We can just fix it as we go. So it's very important to always look ahead and not just go step by step as I'm doing. Also, up top, there's 3 little buttons on the right hand corner. If you click there, it opens up and it tells you slow down the video to the speed that you would like. Just click on the speed you would like. And also next to the 3 little buttons, there's the letter CC on there. If it's not next to your 3 little dots, then when you open the 3 little dots, in there it says CC. Click on there, turn it on, and the letters will appear down here on all the stitches that I'm calling. Makes it easier for you to pause, take notes, and continue on from there. But like I said, always look ahead, because even though the letters will appear, a mistake could be done, and I have to take it down a few steps and then create something around it in order not to take the whole thing down. Okay, so very simple. Everything will be on the description box. I made a little video and showing you how to slow down your video and to turn the CC on. So the link will be on the description box below also. I also have on my description box a PayPal account. Now, this PayPal account, a while back, I think it was maybe 2 weeks ago or something like that, I had asked everybody's opinion that's already part of this journey, if they would like to help some women in need of thread, women that cannot afford, women that are on old pension, not enough for them, women that are on welfare for illness or mental illness or not working, whatever the case may be. I do have quite a few people that reach out to me that love my patterns, follow my videos, but they only look, they cannot create, they don't have the means to buy it. Obviously, if I could afford to buy everybody thread, I wouldn't be here mentioning to you. So I need you guys' help to help me to, let's, create a family here, help each other out, and support a little bit on buying the threads for them. Now, I will be buying, I will be shipping. If you have extra yarn, extra thread that you just have it stored away, doing nothing, just sitting around, you're more than welcome to email me, message me how you want to proceed with this. I can give you the address and you can send it to them yourselves, or you can send it to me and I will send it out to them. It's up to you. Anything helps. It doesn't mean that you have to give, like 1,000, 5,000, 10,000. Nobody's asking for huge money here. We're just asking a little bit from everybody that can afford to 50 cents, $1, $2, $3, $10, $15, $20, At the end, it all adds up, and it does help somebody and keep them busy and their mind busy and off the stress of everyday life and the means of no money. So please do feel it in your heart to help out. This is my mission, trying to help these people that really do need it. Most crocheters, I don't think I've ever seen anybody do this type of thing. So I really would like to help them out. It's in my heart to do it. I hope you find it in yours too. So please be kind and generous and help out with anything that you can. Thank you so much already to begin with. I'm grateful and humble to every single one of you that can help. And if you can't, then you can't. You know, it's understandable. If you can, please, by all means. Okay, so we're going to get started. So a few days ago, I had created and uploaded the half moon rug for the bathtub. Now, I mentioned that, oh, I don't know if I mentioned, I probably mentioned on my posts. Probably not on the video. I don't know. I can't remember. It's too many things to remember. But I did mention on my posts that I will be creating the set for the bathroom. So here in Europe, we usually have the toilet bowl. We have the bidet. I think that's how you say it in English. I'm not sure, but where you wash your feet or anything else by that matter. Trying to be polite here. So one will be for the toilet bowl, and the other one that I'm going to create will be for the bidet. I have the half moon, which is for the tub, and I'm probably going to create a little oval for in front of the sink. I'm not sure yet at this point, but as some of you that follow me remember that I created this half moon. The only thing I did different from the one that's uploaded already is the finishing. So I had single peacocks and singles. I did not have this motive, okay? So I took down the green with the peacocks and singles. I took it down and I added the brown so they can all match up and have them matching up with the other one for the toilet bowl and the bidet. So there's no difference on creating this motive, okay, on here at all on the half moon. It's the same way as we going to do it on here. So there's no point in doing a tutorial on that because it's the same stitch, it's the same everything. Okay, so this is the toilet bowl or the bidet. They're standard size, so it will fit yours no matter what. And I know camera's small, but what can I say, you know? And this is pretty nice and it looks really nice on the floor. My bathroom, like I mentioned, on the half moon is gray, light gray, blue, and green. And I throw in some brown because brown goes and picks up all these colors. I didn't want to just have all bright colors and not something darker to contrast it. So that's why I took it down and decided to go ahead and do the same thing as the other ones, okay? So we are going to get started, people, and I thank you so much. So this pattern is very simple to create, very fast to create, and we start by here with a chain stitch of 21. And then 4 more chain stitch to do our first double crochet on the fifth space, I should say. So we're going to end up with 22 double crochets, okay? But we're going to get to that, okay? So let's get started, everybody. Thank you so much again for every single one of you that is been encouraging me and the newcomers that have just arrived and made comments that they are learning and they love the patterns. Thank you so much, okay? So God bless everybody, and let's get started on this. Oh, before I forget, these are 100% cotton thread. This is 6 ply. Now, these are Portuguese threads, but you can find on Amazon these type of threads. It's called Borroco, Borroco. There's 6 ply, 8 ply, 10 ply. So very simple, okay? Thank you, everyone. We'll be using a 6.5 hook, and I have the 5.5 to do the brown on the edge. I like it a little bit tighter. I don't want it to be too loose, so I'll be using this one. And we'll need a pair of scissors, of course, to cut the loose threads that we need to. So the first thing we're going to do is a slip stitch knot. And I chose to use in the green because it's a little bit darker than the half moon with the beige, because on the tub we don't step so much on it, right? But for the bidet and the toilet bowl, we use it more, so we step more on it. Won't look as dirty as the half moon one, okay? So slip stitch knot. We don't count that one, never, on any project that you do, especially for new beginners that are just learning. So 1, 2, 3, 4, until 21. We've done our 21. I'm just going to put my nail right on it. We're going to do 4 more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to come back into the 21 that we just finished doing and create a double crochet. Now we're going to do a double crochet per space. So very simple. Just like that. And I'll meet you at the end. So I've done my double crochets. I have 22 double crochets. Now we're going to create 5 more double crochets in the same space here, okay? So this is for the curve. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so we have done our 5. Now we need to do one more because it's part of the 22 on this side, okay? So you'll end up with 7 in there, okay? So now we continue 1 per space all the way to the end. Now you should have 22 also on this side, not counting the 5 that we just did here on the curve, okay? So this would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to the end. So I've done my 22. Make sure that when you do your 22, that you come right on top of the stitch, the last one here, okay? Sometimes we tend to forget about it, okay? So I have 22. That's included with that one that we did in here in the edge here, okay? But not counting the 5. So you're supposed to have 7 in here. 1 is for the 22 here. 5 is for the corner here, the edge. And 1 is for the other 22. I also want to remind you that I've had a question in the group, in one of the groups that I'm in. What about slipping? Yes, that's a very important question. Usually I mention when I'm creating rugs. For some reason I forgot to mention. These are 100% cotton threads and 6 ply. So what happens is it becomes heavy. So it's not going to move anywhere, this size of thread and the quality of the thread. But in case you want to create it, you can't find the thread, you can do it with a thicker yarn, cotton yarn, I think they have, the heavy one. Then you can buy the back part. They do sell back parts to stick it on these rugs so they don't slip. So make sure you look into that, okay? Okay, so now we're going to turn around. And I'm going to do chain 2 for some of you that have a very tight stitch, chain 3, okay? So I'm going to use back loops only, okay? So I'm going to use back loops only. We have these 2 loops here. And I mean, by all means, if you don't want to, you can grab both loops, that's fine. I'm going to use it because it gives it a different design, makes it nicer. And also, you can reverse the pattern if you'd like. The pattern can be reversible. If you look into it here, you see, and you look into it here, it's the same thing. You can reverse. The only difference it's going to make is you can have it this way or you can have it this way with no motive. So it's reversible on both sides. It's important to mention that. Yeah, I might have to go to video 2. I don't know, because sometimes it takes too much memory. Depends on the days. This phone is a little bit weird, you know. So sometimes I have to go to video 2. Okay, so if I do, I will let you know or post it up or something. So anyway, continue to do your 22 double crochets and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so we did the 22 double crochets. We're coming in to where we have the 5 double crochets. So on the next one, we're going to do 2 together, okay, on those 5 double crochets we did here on the edge. Next space, we're going to do this 6 times, okay, so we're going to have 6 motifs, 2 double crochets on the same space, just check here. So we have 1, 2, 3, whoops, 4, 5, 'So we have 6 groups, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now we're going to do, again, double crochet per space. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. We did the 6 groups of 2 double crochet per space. And now we're going to finish doing our 22 on this side. So I'll meet you at the end, grabbing back loops, 1 per space. So I have 20 done. Now you want to make sure that you really come into your last double crochet, because this can be tricky. So I'm going to go right on top of it, grabbing the inside loop. Of course, it's always hard to record and crochet. My hands are stretched out, so it slips out of the... Let me see if I didn't overdo it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So I have my 22. So we're going to turn around. We're going to go up, chain 2 for me, chain 3 for some of you if your stitch is too tight. Next space, grabbing both loops, we're going to create a group of 4 double crochet, 1 per space. Just like that, okay? Chain 2. If your chain is too loose, then do only 1. 1, 2 on the 3rd space. We're going to create again a group of 4 double crochets, 1 per space. You're going to have a total of 4 groups of 4 double crochets before you hit that corner, or until the corner, I should say. Okay, so skip 1, 2 on the 3rd space, 2 chain separation, and 4 more double crochets, 1 per space. So now we have 3. 2 chain separation, 1, 2 on the 3rd space, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now we have our 4 double crochets. Chain 2. I'm going to skip 1. Let me just check mine there to make sure. So you have your 4 groups of double crochet, chain 2. Now we have our first group here. We're going to go, so we're going to skip 1 and go into the second one, okay? And we're going to do 3 double crochets on the same space. We need to create, we're increasing, okay? We need to create the 6 motifs here. So you're going to do 3 double crochets on the second from the group. 1, 2 chain, again skip 1 into the second of the group of 2, 3 double crochets, okay, 2 chain. If your chains are too loose, then you can do 1 chain only. 1 on the second one, again 3 double crochets, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 2 chain, skip the first one into the second one, and 3 double crochets. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 chain. This will be the 5th, 3 double crochets in the same space, 2 chain, skip 1 in the last group, the second double crochet of the group, 3 double crochets. So you're going to have your 6 increase here, just like that. Okay, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. You're going to skip 1, and you're coming into the next one to do the groups of 4 double crochets again. And I have to do a 2 chain, sorry about that. 2 chain separation after the group, skip 1 into the next one, and then your 4 double crochets, 1 per space, 2 chain, skip 1, 2 on the 3rd space again. So you got to have it the same way as we have here. We're going to have it here, okay? Okay, so we're going to turn around. So we have our 4 groups and then 6 groups here of 3. So now we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 chain. And don't make it too loose. This is 3 for double crochet, 2 for separation. We're going to go right on top of the first or the last double crochet here and create double crochet. We're going to do 2 inside of the space. So we're creating the 4 groups again. Two chain. Coming into the first one here again, or the last one I should say, and repeat the same thing. Okay, so I'll meet you just on the last one here before the 3 groups. Okay, so we've done the 5 chain, 3 for double crochet, 2 for space, the 4 groups inside, doing the first double crochet on the last double crochet on top, and then again the last 4th one on top, 2 chain, and so on. So we have 3 groups. Now here on this one, just before the group, we're only going to do 1 double crochet because we need to increase. Okay, 2 chain. We're coming in to where we have the groups, 1 double crochet. We're going to increase the last double crochet 2 on the same space. So now we're going to have 4 double crochets, okay, on the groups of 3 here, just like that. So we started with 1, with 2, now we have 3, and now we have 4. 2 chain, so again, double crochet over double crochet, and 2 on the last one. So we'll be working always back and forth on these rows. 2 chain again, and we're going to repeat the same thing on this side as we just did on the other side. So remember that when you're going into this side, you have to do only that 1 double crochet also, okay? So chain 2, and you do your 4 double crochets, 2 on the last one. This is for the increase. So 2 together, and we have 1 more. Now I've done my last one. We're coming into this one here, so 2 chain, coming into the first one here, only 1 double crochet. So whatever you're doing on this side, you must do on that side too, right? These are for the increases. And then we continue on creating our groups of 4 double crochet. So we're going to have 3 groups here of 4 double crochet, exactly like on the other side. So our pattern can balance out. I'll meet you at the end. We're reaching the end, so we're doing 2 chain, and we're coming directly on top of the double crochet here to create our last one, which would be the same thing as we have here. Okay, now we're going to turn around. Chain 2 for me. For some of you is chain 3. We're going to create the groups again of double crochet, 4. So that's 2 in the middle here, and 1 on top of the double crochet, exactly like we just did here on this row. And again. So continue, and we're going to do the 4 in here also. 1 on top of the double crochet, 2 inside, and 1 on top of here. Okay, I'll meet you at the end. So this is what it looks like. So remember we did that one, so now we have to create a group. Chain 2. We're going to do the increase, always now adding 2 at the end on the same space. So now we're going to have 5 double crochets. Two chain, and continue to proceed the same way. And we're going to do the same thing as we did on this side over to the other side. Two always added at the end for the increase. I'll meet you here at the edge of the corner. So we finished doing our group 2, 4, 5. and my thread had finished. I had to make a knot here. Don't you just love that? And you're going to the first double crochet there and create again your groups of 4, the same thing as we did on the other side. So 2 inside of the space and 1 on top of the double crochet, and we're going to do that until the end. Coming to the end here, we're going to do 1 double crochet here, 2 inside and 1 right on the corner, so you can make our 4. Okay, I'll meet you at the end. So we're at the end, 2 inside of here and 1, 2 on the third chain here, your double crochet. Okay, so we're going to turn around. We're going to do chain 5 again, 3, 4 and 5. Come into the first double, the last double crochet here. Keep saying first, I don't know why. 2 inside, so we're creating those little blocks of 4 again. A double crochet, 2 chain separation, and again continue to do the same thing. Okay, so I'll meet you here at the edge. So again, we're going to do only that 1 double crochet. Now it's not complicated to figure out. You know automatically it lines up, right? You're going to do your 2 chain. Of course, I have the thread that had finished, so I have a knot here on this one. So you're going to continue to do your double crochets. I'm trying to hide my thread here, and then I'll cut the excess off, and 2 at the end. So we're always increasing 2 on the last one. And of course you're going to do the same thing to this side. So you're going to have only 1 double crochet on here. Okay, exactly like we finished doing. So I'll meet you at the end. It's just a repeat. Okay. Okay, everyone, so pretty much done. Same thing on this side as the other side. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of the 4 groups. Okay, just to make sure that you're not mistaken. We have 2, 4, 6 double crochets in the motifs here. Okay, now we're going to start to do the edge for the toilet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23. I'm going to put my nail, my finger on it, and 1, 2, 3, 4 more. We're going to come back on that 23rd one and do double crochet. So with the 4 chain that we went up, we're supposed to have 24 double crochet. Okay, so we've turned around. We've done 1 double crochet, another double crochet. We're going to create, I was almost making a mistake here. We're going to create 4 blocks of double crochet. Okay, like that. So now we're going to do chain 2. We're going to skip 1, 2 on the 3rd space. We're going to do double crochet and create our blocks again of double crochet, 1 per space. So we're going to have 4 double crochets like that. 1, 2, and again 1, 2 on the 3rd space. Again, double crochet. So we have 4 groups of 4 double crochet. That leaves us 2 space like we skipped, 2 chain, and we're going to come right on top of the double crochet from the previous row, and we're going to come in here and do 2 double crochet. We'll continue to create the groups, 2 double crochet, 2 chain, sorry, and continue, and we do 2 double crochet inside of the space and 1 on top of the double crochet. Okay, so now we're going to create a chain on the other side. Remember at the beginning I mentioned to leave a bit of thread aside so we can create on this side, okay? So I have my piece of thread. I'm going to come right here on 1, 2 on the 3rd space. Whoops. And do a slip stitch. Okay, try to hide my thread. Now I'm going to do 24 chain. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24. Now the other side we did 23 because we needed to turn and come and do our double crochet, right? This one we're going directly from the other side directly here, so we don't need to do a turnaround because we are continuing to work from the other side. So cut your thread. Okay, and we continue on from here. So basically you're going to have your 2 strings there like that. Now we're going to be doing the same thing on this side here. So we're just going to continue to do our groups here, and we're going to do the increase where we have the motifs, the 6 motifs on the edge on the curve. So we're just going to add 2 on the end of the double crochet. I'm going to do our 4 double crochets here, 1 on top of the double crochet, 2 inside, and 1 on top of here. Chain 2 and then continue 1. So I'll meet you at the end. There's nothing to it. We're just proceeding the same way as we were doing. I've come to the edge, so I've done all my groups. Come to the edge, and we're adding the double crochet on the last one. So nothing changes. Everything else stays the same. Now we have 2, 4, 6, 7. We need to go until there's 10. Okay, so we have 7, next row 8, next row 9, and then the next row 10. So that means we have 3 more rows like this to do. Show you here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows on here, and then we're doing double crochets, okay, until you have your 10 double crochets here, okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So I'll meet you at the end of that. Okay, so nothing changes. We're just going to continue to do the same thing. Don't forget the next row we're going to have only 1 double crochet here because we need to keep increasing. And I'll meet you at the end once we finish doing the next 3 rows with 10 double crochets inside, remembering always to put 1 at the end. I'll meet you at the end. And also remember that here will be a repeat. We have to have the same groups, the 4 groups of 4 double crochets on here too. And then we're going to turn around and continue to do it again. Okay? Okay, I just wanted to come back to make sure that you don't get confused because there's nothing confusing about it, but just to make sure. So I'm going to put my double crochet here at the edge. my 2 chain, I'm going to skip 1, 2 on the 3rd space. So the same thing as we did on the other side, and create my 4 double crochets, 1 per space. And we're going to have a total of 4 groups of double crochet on this side, like we do on the other side. Okay, so nothing complicated, just like that. 2 chain again, skip your 1, 2, trying to get the right side here, and on the 3rd one, double crochet, and then 1 per space. Okay, so we have 2 more to create. It will be the same thing like on this side. We have 4 groups, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to come back and create all these little blockage again until we have 10 double crochets in the edges here. Okay, came back again just to make sure, because some of you can get confused. So I finished creating my 4. I've turned around. I am doing my chain 5 because I need to create my little blockage there, my little blocks. Whoops, my thread's getting stuck here. And then come inside and create your 4 double crochets. So you're going up with 5 chain and doing the same thing. So nothing to it, very simple. Just like that, and you continue on the same way all the way through. Okay, and over on this side the same thing, then go up again and back the other way. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. I'm back again, I know. Now remembering, when you're coming back this way, you have to put only 1 here because we're doing the increase. Okay, so don't get lost on that one. Just wanted to check with you that sometimes, you know, it's very easy to forget. I forget myself, so just to make sure that you don't just make blockages all the way through without doing that 1 double crochet there. Okay, and then 2 at the end. Okay, you guys, I finished doing up until my 10 double crochets in here. That means it's 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. Okay, sorry about the neighbor's dogs going crazy again. There's never a dull moment in this place. So now we go up, chain 2, 3 for some of you. I'm going to come inside of the chain here and create my double crochet. This row will only be double crochets all the way to the other edge, and I'm going to go inside of here and do double crochet over double crochet. So where we have the chain, it's 2 double crochets. Either you go over the loop or under the loop or back loops. It's up to you. You know, I like it this way. It gives it a different effect to it. So I'm coming into the back loop and doing my 2 double crochets, 1 per space, and then on top of the double crochet. So this row will only be about double crochets all the way around to the other side. Okay, I'll meet you at the end. Oh, and coming into the motif, so we're doing also in here, right? 2 double crochets, 2 double crochets. And we're going to respect the same way, 2 double crochets on the last one with the increase. Okay, so we finished doing all the double crochets. I'm just going to cut my thread now. Okay, because we're going to work on the next color. We're doing the poof. Okay, and just hide it through here because it's going to hide with the poof stitch. So just go through some of the loops in here, your leftover. Make sure that you leave a bit. You don't want to cut too much on the edge. Okay, and then we're going to turn it to the right side, right? And we are going to create our poof. So I'm going to come in with my cream. This is also, all my threads are all 6 ply. So we're going to come directly into the corner of the double crochet with a single. Okay. I'm going to give it a nice little stretch here. We're going to come back in and we're going to do, this is the second, one more, and the third. We're going to skip one space, which is this space here. We're going to come into the next one and we're going to close it up, okay, and chain 2. We're going to come inside of where we have that single that we closed up and do 1, 2, try not to grab the other threads, and 3. Skip a space into the next one and close it up. And again, 1, 2. We're going to do this all the way to the end. So 1, 2, and 3. Skip a space into the next one and close it up, 2 chain, and continue to proceed the same way. 1, 2, and 3. Where we have our single, skip a space, and we're going to close it up. 1, 2. So this is what it looks like. We're going to do this all the way to this edge here. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I pretty much right at the end, and I had the exact stitch by skipping one. Okay, sometimes it could happen that you can miss a stitch somewhere and comes to the end and you're not getting the right, but that is not a problem. You could always skip 1 or 2 or 3 depending upon the boo-boo that we might have, so we don't have to take everything down. I'm just pulling the rest of my thread through here, so the next row is going to be all double crochets again, like this row here. Well, similar to that row, just double crochets, of course. Okay, so I'm going to come in with my brown. And we're going to do the slip stitch knot. I might have to move the black towel because brown is dark, so it will make it very dark for you. So I'm just going to turn my pattern just to the other side so it can keep up with the same side. We're going to come right where, just put the side here a little bit. Right on the edge here where we did the single. Remember where we did the single? So I'm going to come right on it with a single. Try to hide my thread here at once. Chain 2. I'm going to come right back in and do another double crochet. So now we're going to be doing groups of double crochet. Where we have the chain on the next one, it's kind of hard to see, isn't it? It's because the white really whites on. Let me see if this will work. I don't know. This is something else sometimes with the coloring. So we're going to come where we have the 2 chain there between poofs, and we're going to do double crochet 2 times on the same space. So again, groups of 2 into the next where we have the chain again, and 2 double crochet. So we're going to proceed this until we get here just on this one here. Okay, from here we're going to do 3 double crochets and not 2. Okay, so we're going to continue our groups until the end here, till this last one here, just before the motif, and then on the first one here of the motif we're going to do 3 double crochets, but I'll meet you there just to make sure. So continue yours and I'll continue mine. Okay, so I've done my groups before I go into the 3. So it's 24, exactly the same thing as the chain that we did, remember? So it's 24 groups. And now I'm going into my 25th group with 3 and not 2. Okay, so 3 double crochets. It's kind of hard to see if I put it on here. It whitens out too much because of the towel or something, I don't know. So next space again. So we're going to do these 3 groups just on the curve here. Exactly, we're going to have exactly 24 groups on the other side of the pattern also. So this is 3 groups here. So let me just check for you, count for you how many groups we're going to have here. Okay, just to make sure that we don't get lost. So we're going to do it until here also. That means there will be 39 groups of 3 double crochet, okay, inside of the 3 chain. But you better move ahead because I'm going to do mine, and then I'll come back with the count exactly to make sure that it's the 39. So you can fast forward and check and then rewind and then go through there. Okay, so I'll be right back after I'm finished on my 3 groups until the other edge. Okay, you guys, so I've come up exactly up to the line, so I have 39. Now I'm going to continue to do my 24, remembering that your last one is going to end right here on the edge, exactly how we started on the edge. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Just make sure you have your 24 groups of 2 double crochet, and then you can cut your thread. We're gonna, if you're changing color, of course, I'm gonna proceed afterwards with the blue. We're almost at the end. Okay, you guys, I did my 24. Now, as I counted, I noticed I was missing 1 group, so I must have miscounted something somewhere. But anyway, no issues. I could have just simply let it go, added it, and no problem. But I'm not going to, because I like to teach you when there's something missing or too much or whatever. We can play around the pattern without taking it out. So obviously I wasn't going to take it out and redo it again. So what I did was I went in 1 here and inside of the 2 chains. So I grabbed before the 2 chain, I did a group, and on the 2 chain I did a group, and of course we had to do the last one on the edge here. So it becomes 24. No biggie. It's not like you can, see a big boo-boo somewhere there at all. It's just part of the groups. So now I've gotten my thread. I'm just going to go through the loops here, and I'm going to come in with my blue now. We're almost at the edge. We have like 3 rows to finish up. 1, 2, 3, 4 rows to finish up. That's going to be very easy because now we're going to be skipping some double crochets in order to create our last few rows. Okay, so that's going to be quick, fast, easy, and we're good to go. Okay, so I went in through some of the loops we're going to cover with the next row anyway. So I'm going to bring out my blue. Okay, everyone, so coming in with the blue, I'm going to come right on top of my second, which is the last, the first one here. We did a single and 2 chains, so my last chain, which is the second chain for me, I'm going to come in with a single. I'm going to try to hide my thread at the same time. I'm coming into the next, the space right after, with a single, next space, a single. So I have 3 spaces here of singles. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so now we're going to do chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to skip 1, 2 on the third space. I'm going to do a single. We're making 3 loops. Okay, don't worry about the extra. I'm just going to tuck it in the other places. We still have another row to do, so it's going to be hidden. 1, 2, and 3. And again, 1, 2 on the third space. So we have 2 loops now. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and the third space, the last loop. So we have 3 loops. Now we're going to go directly 1, 2, and 3 and create a double crochet. We're going to create V's. So 1, 2, 3, 4 chain. In the same space, we're going to create another double crochet. So we have a V here. We're going to have 9 double crochets on the next row inside of here. And again, 1, 2, and 3, no chain separation. And we're just going to go right in and create our 3 loops again. 2 and 3 chain, skip 1, 2 on the third space, single, 1, 2, 3 chain, 1, 2 on the third space, another single, and 1, 2, 3 chain, skip 2 space on the third space. So now we have the 3 loops again. Okay, we're going to go directly 1, 2, and create on the third space the double crochet, creating another V. 1, 2, 3, 4 chain, inside of the same space, double crochet. So now we have 2 V's, and 1, 2 on the third space directly. And this is what it looks like. So we have 1 V here, and we have 1 V here. We're going to do that all the way around, always having 3 loops, and go directly into the third space with no separation and no separation on the third space, and create our singles. Okay, I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so I finished, my friends. So I have 13 V's. That's one way to help you out. Now I come here to the end. I had to skip 2 spaces because in order to do my 3, or else it would have been 5 singles, and we don't want to do that. We want to have the same thing as the beginning, 3 singles like the beginning. So I skipped 2 spaces at the end, which is no biggie either. So we're going to turn around. We're going to go up 1 chain, come into the space, and do a single. Next space, a single, and last space here, a single. Actually, no, sorry about that. So I'm going to skip that one. I'm coming in. So we have 1, 2 single. I'm not going to go in here. I'm going to go directly inside of the first loop. So we have 3 singles. Now 1, 2, and 3 chain. We're coming into the second loop with a single. 1, 2, 3 chain, coming into the third loop with a single. Now I'm coming directly inside of the loop here of the 4 chain with 9 double crochets. Okay, so I'm going to come back to you as soon as I finish doing my 9 double crochets all inside of the V. So I finished doing my 9 double crochets inside of the V. So let's recap that. go up one chain, first single, second single, and the third single we came in on the first loop of the 3 chain. Chain 3 into the second loop and chain 3 into the third loop, directly into the V, 9 double crochets, and we're coming directly into the first loop. Same thing as we did here. Chain 3 again into the second loop. So we have one loop. We're decreasing on loops now, okay? And into the third loop with a single. So now we're going to have 2 loops only of 3s. I'm going to come directly again into the V and create my 9 double crochets. We're going to proceed this way all the way to the end, remembering at the end you have to finish with the 3 double crochets the same way as we started, okay? So continue yours, I'll continue mine, and I'll meet you at the end. So do your 9 and then go directly into the first loop with a single, chain 3, into the second loop with a single, chain 3, into the third loop with a single, and then go directly into the V and create your 9. I'll meet you at the end, remembering that at the end we must have 3 singles, okay? So you have to skip the last chain at the end. Let's see if I can cut down a bit of the lighting here. Okay, so I finished doing my second loop, single. I still have one more. Okay, so I'm almost on my last one with the 9 double crochets. I thought it was at the end already. So I have 2, 4, 6, 8, one more, 9, coming directly into my first loop, chain 3, into my second loop, chain 3, so I have my 2 loops, so I have 1, 2, and 3 singles, okay? And there you go, because we came into the last loop. So now we're going to turn around. This is the last row of the blue, and we have one more row after that, which is the picots, okay? Chain 1, I'm going to go in again with single, another single, so I have 2 singles and 3 singles. Actually, not on there, I'm going to go right on the first loop and my third single, okay? 1, 2, and 3, I'm coming in my loop here, so that leaves me only with 1 loop now. I'm coming in my first double crochet and doing double crochet, 1 chain into my second double crochet, 1 chain into the third one. So very simple with 1 chain separation. So you're going to have your 9 double crochets with 1 chain separation, and we're only going to have 1 loop left because we decreased on the loops. Now we're going to go directly into the first loop here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, chain 3 into the next loop, and then go directly into the first double crochet. So nothing to it. We're going to continue to do this all the way to the end. Okay, so 3 double crochets with the third one on top inside of the first loop, 3 chain. So we're going to have only 1 loop left. We started with 3, went down to 2, now we have 1. And we go directly to the double crochet. I'll meet you at the end. Last row, you guys. I'm coming in with the brown. And I come into the first single here. With a single. 1, 2, 3 chain. Doing the picot right on the corner here. Next space, single, 3 chain, picot. Next space, single, 3 chain, picot. I'm coming in and doing a single right on the center. Doing another one here, and one right on top where the double crochet is. Now, as soon as we do this single, 1, 2, 3 times, you're going to have 4 on your hook. You're going to come in directly underneath. Take out 1, take out 2, take out 3, take out 4. I'm going to do 1, 2, and 3. Where I closed in the 4th on here, I'm going to do a picot. I'm going to come in my first loop here between the first and second double crochet. One, 2, 3, picot into the next one. 1, 2, 3. Picot into the next one. So we're going to do it like this until the last one here. I'll meet you at the end there. So I've done my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to go in my last one here right after my last double crochet into the single. I'm going to turn again 3 times, 4 on my hook. Going to come in 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3. Come in where we closed 4. And into the center. I'm going to come in where I have my first double crochet, single, turn 3 times. I'm going to come right in where I have my V, take out once, twice, 3 times, and the 4th time. Chain 3, come in where we've closed them off, picot, and I'm going to come in between the first and second double crochet with a single, 3 chain, continue again to do your picots, 1 per space. So I'll meet you here again just to make sure again, okay? So I have my 9 picots, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to come into my last one here and close my 9, turn 3 times, so I have 4 on the hook, and I'm going to come in from inside to the back and to the front. Take out 1, take out 2, take out 3, and take out 4. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to come where I've closed them all in, picot. I'm going to come into the center of my loop, single, and come into, again, where my double crochet is. And then again, 2, 3. Come in from the back to the front to the side, I guess. And 1, 2, 3. Picot. Come in between the first and the second double crochet. And you continue on. So I'll meet you at the end, so we can continue to do the picot all the way on the edge here. Okay, so I'll meet you there at the end. Okay, everyone, so I'm at the end of the row here. Did 1 double crochet because we're supposed to have 3 at the end also, like we started. This is my second. I'm just going to go right in here, right on the corner. And my third one. I'm going to change hooks now, because I don't want my side ones there to be 2. I'm just going to go right in here so I can have it right there in the corner. Okay, so we're doing sideways now. We're going to do only picots all the way through to the other side. 3 chain, picot. Next row, so where we have the row here, so we're doing 1 per row. Picot. Next row, which is this double crochet here, single, 1, 2, and 3, and that's all there is to it. It's just picots all the way through. 1 per row, 2, 3. One in here. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Stay tuned for the rest of the pieces of the set. If you're interested, I still have to create an oval one in front of the sink. I might do the lid cover for the toilet bowl, and I might do the toilet paper dispenser holder, if you want to call it that way. So that might interest you. Now, I'm making them loose enough. If you find your stitches too tight, then you will have to do 2 on each space, okay? I'm loosening enough in order not to do 2, so it's coming out pretty good. And if your stitch is extremely tight, use a bigger hook, and that usually does the magic, okay? So I'm coming in here just before my little curve. And I'm also going to put it right here on the corner because I want it to be a steady corner. Okay, so I'm just going to, here. Now I'm going to skip a space and go into the next one. Okay. Three. Skip a space. I'm coming right into the center here of the loop. 3. Skip the first one. I'm coming here into the second one. So that's about it. It's always going to be a repeat the same way. Coming here, it's so we're doing this side of the floor, so that's just going to continue the same thing all the way to the end here. Okay, so nothing to it. We're just putting one per space and skipping a space here in the double crochets. Okay, so picot. I'm coming into this one here, the last one. I've skipped a space. And I'm coming right in the center here. 3 chain picot. And skip the first one. I'm coming into my second one. So this does it for this tutorial. I will have it on display. Stay tuned for the next ones. I'll also leave the link to the half moon rug, and you can do this finishing on it if you want the same design. Thank you so much, everybody. Don't forget to give a thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next tutorial. Bye-bye. Take care.